This May, Kingstree, South Carolina becomes a place of remembrance and reflection. Join us for a powerful two-day commemoration marking the 60th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1966 call to march on ballot boxes. Together, we honor the past, examine the promise, and shape the future. Friday, May 8th and Saturday, May 9th, 2026. For more information, contact C. Williams Rush at 803-397-1859.
Yep. And again, guys, make sure you check out and come support the event on May 8th. That's going to take place in Kingstree, South Carolina. It's going to be the commemoration of the 60th anniversary of when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. came and visited Kingstree, South Carolina, in an effort to do what was called a march on the ballot boxes. And so here we are now in 2026, and we find ourselves at basically the same crossroad. So, trust and race, Georgetown County's open secret. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more tonight. Not going to take a long time. I want to get some thoughts. This thing is really, it's bigger than what the reaction is when it comes to that vote that took place with the Georgetown County Council, Georgetown County School Board. It's getting late, so excuse me. So let me get into what I want to talk about. Let me express my overall point, because Georgetown County has a serious race problem. And it has this problem in institutions, and key vital institutions. Example being the 1969 order of desegregation with the school districts. Okay. And the fact that the school district just voted unanimously to continue under that order. And some of the reasons why council members chose to continue under that order is that trust. They all cited a trust issue. Most of the board members who cited that trust issue preside over predominantly Black communities. And so there's a problem when the community doesn't trust the school board. There's a huge problem there. So let me get into my overall point here tonight, because I don't want to sit here and just complain and complain and complain, because criticism without solution is just noise. So let's deal with 5 points that I would like to talk about where Georgetown County School District should be trying to implement if they're really serious about moving forward. The real issues is not the fact that that order is still in place. That's not the problem. Georgetown County School District should the federal oversight is not the real issue. The real issue is what does the school district plan to do to build this trust, to rebuild or build this trust? Obviously, there's never been any trust there. So what is the school district going to do to build this trust, prove that it's doing things fair, and improve education of every child in Georgetown County. And again, I see somebody reach out to a board member, and let's talk about these 5 points that need to be addressed in order to try to rebuild or build some trust, some real trust between the community and the school board. If you plan to move this county forward, again, what is the plan to do this in Georgetown County for every student? Point one, student assignment. The first issue is student assignment. That means attendance zones, magnet programs, school boundaries, and whether the way students are assigned in school creates fairness or does it recreate segregation just under another name? So here's the solution. Listen up, district members. The district should present the public student, the district should present the public a student assignment audit. Okay. Show the people the zones, show the people the racial makeup, show the people the poverty numbers, show the transportation times, show what progress each school has access to, and explain it clearly. Because that's another thing, and because somebody will say, "Well, that information is there, but it's not readily available." And then you wonder where the trust issue starts to why there's already why there's trust issues. And explain it clearly, like I said. Explain the attendance zones, how the attendance zones are helping equity or hurting equity. Don't hide it in legal language. Just put it in plain language that people can digest. Because if students in one part of the county are being routed into stronger opportunities while students in another part of the county is being routed into struggle, that's not just geography, that's policy. And here's the thing about policy: policy can be changed. Point two, faculty assignment. And these are suggestions. These are, you can take these. I don't need credit. You can just take these and use them because there is no apparent plan. So I want to do what I can to help foster some kind of a plan. Okay. Faculty assignment, because these are some of the things that came up that needs to be addressed to move the county forward. Not just for the sake of coming from under that order, but to build real trust. It's a problem that trust is not there. We're going to dig a little deeper into that too. Not a little deeper, a lot deeper into that. Faculty assignment. Again, the second issue is faculty assignment. That means where teachers are being placed and whether some schools are carrying more vacancies, inexperienced teachers, more out of field teachers, or more turnover than others. Solution: the district should release a school by school staffing equity report. Show teacher vacancies, show teacher turnover, show the years of experience, show certification status, show out of field teaching, show How many advanced course teachers in each school? And if Andrews, Carvers Bay, and Georgetown are struggling with more staffing than Waccamaw, then say it plainly. Then create incentives to fix it. Housing incentives, pay supports, retention bonus, grow your own teacher pipelines, partnership with colleges, teacher residency programs, and other stronger support for teachers placed in high need schools. Because if you cannot talk, because you cannot talk about equity if the most vulnerable schools are struggling to keep teachers. Staffing assignments that includes principals, administrators, guidance counselors, support staff, the people who actually shape the school's culture every day. Here's a solution to that. The district should, again, just being transparent is a big part of this. I hope you guys are seeing this. And you're probably going to say, well, this information is already out there. Then what you probably need to do is hold a forum, use some of that audio, video capability that you have, and do some breakdowns, some 10-minute videos, breaking this down, speaking directly to the public on these issues. But let's talk about staff assignment. Again, and that includes all of your support staff, the people that make up the culture of the school. Okay. The solution in this case is the district should do a leadership and support staff review of at every school. How many counselor does each school have? How many interventionists? How many mental health support? How many assistant principals? How many reading specialists? How many career coaches? How many discipline supports? How many patient liaisons? Because a school is not just a building with teachers inside of it. We all know this. The school needs a full support system. And if one of the school has a stronger support network than the other, um, and the others are left trying to survive, then we already can see and understand why the trust and support system, there is no trust there as it is right now. So the district really needs to make sure with, you know, what the greatest needs are in these weaker schools and make sure that they're receiving them. Facilities and again, one of the gentlemen was already expressing, one of the board members was expressing some a few disparities in the facilities over in the Carvers Bay. But the fourth issues again is facilities. This is where a lot of people get frustrated because people can see buildings. People can see baseball fields. You know what I mean? They can see the outdated classrooms. They can see the old labs. They can see which schools have better technology, better athletic facilities, better courses that they're offering. And overall, just better opportunities. So here's the solution. The district needs a public facilities and resource equity map. Show the age and condition of every school building, show science labs, show technology, show libraries, show AP courses. show dual enrollment access, show career and technical programs, show athletic facilities, show art programs, show internet and classroom technology. Then rank the needs openly. And after they create a 5-year facility, after they create, let me get my thoughts together here. What I'm saying is, after they rank them programs, then create a 5-year uh, facilities and resource plan that prioritizes schools, communities, the schools and communities that have been waiting the longest. Not the loudest communities, not the richest communities, not the most politically connected communities, the communities with the greatest needs. This is what equity means. Point five, the good faith issue. And this is where the problem is. This is the heart of the problem in Georgetown County leadership from top to bottom. Um, this is the heart of the beast, in my opinion. Good faith and no backsliding. And this may be the most important one of all, because to come from under that federal oversight, the district has to prove it will not go backwards. So the solution is not just a promise. The solution is a public accountability system. The district could create an equity dashboard that updates every year, and that's things like staffing, resources, student outcomes, discipline, attendance, graduation, college and career readiness facilities. And I know they're gonna say, "Hey, this stuff is already available out there." It's available for somebody like myself who's gonna go and do a bunch of digging. But just to the average person, trying to make it through the day, keeping their kids in school on the right path, that stuff is not readily available. And I think after 59 years, Georgetown County School District um, should feel like it's their duty at this point to figure out a way to build that trust. I mean, we know why it's there. Um, Also, this list should include parents' complaints, community feedback, and it should be put all in one place and let the public see it. Not where I got to dig through documents, download PDFs. Uh, Half of the links that you guys have on your Georgetown County School District website, a lot of the links don't work. Um, it's just like you're not embracing the technology that's out here. Yep. You need to create that, and you need to let the board see it. Um, and these things that a lot of what the board does in secret is just kind of, I think it's unnecessary. You're elected officials, and um, especially when it comes to how the superintendent deals with these principals in different situations, because the fact that I haven't heard anything, maybe I'm missing. Somebody could get in the comment section, tell me if there is an update on the situation where the lady in Georgetown from Georgetown High was making accusations that coaches were being paid by a entity other than Georgetown County School District. Haven't heard anything on that issue. Let every school be measured by the same standard. And if the district falls short, the board should have to explain what it's doing to fix it. This is how you build trust, not with speeches, not with slogans, not with another committee meet and disappears. All that momentum and everything disappears after the meeting is adjourned. You build trust with transparency, data, accountability, and a bigger solution. Bigger solution being um, again, that transparency is what's gonna take you there. So the bigger solution is Georgetown County needs a real unitary status roadmap, a written plan, public plan, a measurable plan, a plan with deadlines, a plan with school by school data, a plan that tells the people here is where we are, here is where we're failing, here is what we're fixing, here is, who is this is here is who is responsible. And when my opinion is when the public see this kind of progress, um, this is where you start to go to heading down the road of building some trust. That's what leadership should have brought to the table because if the board says people don't trust the district, then the answer is not just to keep the order in place and move on. The answer is to ask, what must we do to become trustworthy? That is the missing question. Not how do we get from under the oversight. The better question is, how do we become the kind of district that no longer needs it? That is the solution because federal oversight is not supposed to be permanent substitute for leadership. And local control is not supposed to mean giving power back to the system. That has time and time proven that um, it it can and it cannot be fair. So, what are we talking about here? The goal, in my opinion, should be higher than both of those arguments. The goal should be a district that is fair enough, transparent enough, accountable enough, and excellent enough that the public can see the difference with their own eyes. So Georgetown County is serious and stop saying trust needs to be rebuilt and start showing the plan to rebuild it. Stop saying equity matters and start proving it's school by school. Stop saying children are the priority and start putting resources where the need is greatest. Stop asking black communities to wait and start showing these measurable progress. These measurable progresses every 3 months or something should be coming back telling us because 56 years of patience is no longer the plan. The plan has to become action at some point. The plan definitely needs to be transparent. Transparency should be the plan. This plan is also going to require some courage and some accountability. And if this current leadership cannot produce the kind of plan that Georgetown County needs to elect, I mean, Georgetown County needs to elect some people who can. So there you go. Some solutions. Do with it. Oh shit. I love when people take a long time to thank you for the comment. It's funny too. He was like, dude, I was watching your live stream and it's helping me. He said he was paralyzed since he was born. And his dad put my live on TV and now he can stand up to shut the TV down. Keep watching, big man. You'll be walking pretty soon. Anyway, I don't know.
Get ready, Andrews. The Andrews Heritage Festival is coming October 31st. A day filled with community, culture, and celebration is on the way. Big energy, great people, and unforgettable moments. Save the date now and get ready.